There is a financial mistake so ordinary that it rarely feels like a mistake. It does not arrive as crisis. It often appears responsible, even deserved. A slightly better car, a larger home, more subscriptions, convenient meals, a lifestyle that rises each time income rises. For many middle-class households, retirement savings are not destroyed by one decision. They are weakened quietly, through a habit that becomes invisible, allowing today's standard of living to expand faster than tomorrow's security. Centuries ago, the merchant families of Edo period Japan understood this danger. They knew wealth was not only lost through bad trade or disaster, it could disappear through comfort. Their answer was a discipline that modern households often forget. Never allow prosperity to erase restraint. During the Edo period, merchants occupied an unusual place in Japanese society. They could become economically powerful, yet social status did not always reflect their wealth. A merchant house could not behave as though every good year would last forever. Fire, market changes, illness, and family conflict could threaten decades of progress. Survival required more than profit, it required continuity. Merchant families kept records, controlled household spending, trained heirs, protected reputation, and separated the health of the house from the appetite of the individual. The enterprise was expected to outlive its manager. This created a powerful principle. Income belonged partly to the present, but capital belonged to the future. That principle sounds simple, yet it challenges human behavior. When people earn more, they quickly adapt. What once felt luxurious becomes normal. What once felt optional becomes necessary. Psychologists describe this as adaptation. Behavioral economists see it in lifestyle inflation, shifting reference points, and status consumption. The mind does not measure comfort in absolute terms. It compares today with yesterday and itself with other people. A salary increase brings relief, but the relief often fades. The new income becomes the new baseline. Spending rises to match it. Soon, a person earning more can feel no more secure than before. The deeper loss is not simply more spending. The deeper loss is that the opportunity to build durable freedom disappears without being noticed. Imagine two households receiving the same raise. The first upgrades its lifestyle. A newer vehicle, a larger monthly payment, more dining out, more expensive holidays, and several small recurring costs. Nothing seems reckless. Every expense appears affordable on its own. The second household improves life modestly, but preserves most of the increase. It strengthens emergency reserves, reduces expensive debt, and directs more money toward long-term assets. After 1 year, the difference seems small. After 20 years, the difference can define two completely different lives. This is the power of compound wealth. It does not reward excitement. It rewards what remains untouched long enough to grow. Edo merchants did not use modern retirement accounts, index funds, or automated contributions, but they understood the law. What is consumed cannot continue working for the household. Every coin had two possible lives. One life ended in immediate consumption. The other remained inside the merchant house, supporting inventory, reserves, lending capacity, apprentices, repairs, and future opportunity. This is opportunity cost in its oldest form. Spending is never only about what is purchased, it is also about what the same money will no longer become. The middle-class retirement mistake begins when income is treated as permission rather than responsibility. A person earns more and assumes the difference is available for consumption. But a higher income does not automatically create wealth. It only creates a wider gap in which wealth could be built. If spending expands to fill that gap, the appearance of prosperity increases while actual resilience remains unchanged. But one job loss, medical bill, business downturn, or family emergency can expose how little flexibility exists underneath. Ancient Japanese discipline approached this problem differently. The samurai ideal emphasized control before action. The disciplined person was not ruled by impulse, emotion, or the need to display strength. Applied to money, this becomes a form of financial composure. You do not increase spending simply because income increased. You do not sell long-term investments simply because markets became frightening. You do not purchase status simply because people around you did. You create rules before temptation arrives. Financial decisions are rarely made by logic alone. They are shaped by fatigue, comparison, fear, reward-seeking, and the desire to feel progress immediately. Retirement saving is psychologically difficult because the reward is distant and invisible. A luxury purchase delivers an instant emotional signal. Long-term investing often delivers nothing to see today. That is why discipline must be designed, not merely admired. A merchant household did not rely on inspiration. It relied on structure, records, limits, routines, and expectations passed from one generation to the next. Modern households can do the same. The first lesson is to capture raises before lifestyle inflation absorbs them. When income rises, decide in advance what portion will strengthen the future. Automatic saving and investing can remove the decision from emotion. The money is directed before it begins to feel available. The second lesson is to protect the gap between income and spending. That gap is not unused money. It is the foundation of independence. It creates resilience during hardship and patience during opportunity. The third lesson is to examine recurring expenses more carefully than dramatic purchases. Large purchases attract attention, but small monthly obligations can become permanent claims on future income. Subscriptions, financing plans, memberships, upgrades, and convenience services can create a lifestyle that is expensive to maintain and painful to reduce. The fourth lesson is to distinguish quality of life from display of life. Edo merchants often valued reputation, reliability, and continuity because these strengthened the household. Modern consumer culture often encourages visible proof of success. But visible success and lasting wealth are not the same thing. A well-maintained older car may protect more freedom than a new car bought to signal progress. A smaller home may create more peace than a larger home that demands constant financial pressure. Minimalism is not the rejection of comfort. It is the refusal to let possessions control the future. The fifth lesson is to treat retirement contributions as part of the household's identity, not as leftovers. Leftovers are unreliable. There will always be another expense, another celebration, another emergency, another reason to delay. The future must be funded before the present is allowed to expand. This does not mean living without pleasure. The ancient lesson is not deprivation. It is proportion. The question is not whether you spend money. The question is whether your spending weakens your ability to endure, choose, and remain calm. True wealth is partly the ability to survive bad seasons without destroying long-term plans. It is the ability to refuse desperate decisions. It is the ability to leave investments untouched during fear, help family without collapsing, and walk away from damaging work. These freedoms are built slowly, often through choices no one else can see. The middle-class mistake is not wanting a better life. It is confusing a more expensive life with a more secure one. Edo merchant families understood that prosperity could be temporary, but discipline could be inherited. A strong household was not defined by how much it displayed during good years. It was defined by how much strength it preserved for difficult ones. Retirement savings are rarely drained by one obvious act. More often, they are drained by 1,000 reasonable decisions made without a long-term rule. The raise is spent. The upgrade becomes permanent. The contribution is postponed. The future is asked to accept what remains. But the future should not receive what remains. It should receive what is protected. Money does not become wealth merely because it is earned. It becomes wealth when it survives desire, comparison, fear, and time. The quiet discipline of the merchant house offers a final lesson. Do not measure prosperity by how quickly your lifestyle rises. Measure it by how steadily your dependence falls. Because the strongest financial life is not the one that looks richest today. It is the one that still has choices tomorrow.